good. Poisonous vibration. Help my body run. I'm running for my life. Running for my life. Sipping on straight glory. Let the vibe slide over me. This beat is a chemical. Beat is a chemical. When I leave, don't save my seat.
Need your pressure washing supplies fast? PPW Express brings you top brands, always in stock, and a mobile app that lets you order in seconds. Enjoy same-day shipping on every order placed before 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Download the PPW Express app today.
Stand out with custom gear from Dab Marketing. No design fees, no minimum orders. Just premium sublimated shirts built for the service industry. Look professional, look sharp. Get your gear from Dab Marketing.
Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm Anthony here with the Queen of Clean, Trudy from down in the Panhandle. We got a guest on here tonight, Pete Goldstein. He is from Valley Industry, which is hooked up with Comet Pumps. We're going to talk about that tonight. But first of all, let's get into this thing. And panhandleexpo.com is where you need to be at right now, getting registered for that event. It's a 3-day event in November, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's at Panama City Beach. Is at the same place it was at last year. We'll get a link up there. Huh?
Edgewater Golf and Beach Resort.
Edgewater Golf and Beach Resort. That's a lot to remember.
It is.
But get on the website, get registered for that event, and let's make it one of the best events we've had in 7 years. So we kind of got a few under our belts, and we're still learning. So if y'all think of anything that we could do better, thoughts are more than welcome. Criticism is welcome. We may not listen to it, but it's welcome. But anything where we can make things better for the contractors, please let us know.
Before we start, can I just say I'm sending prayers to anybody right above us that just had all those terrible storms, tornadoes that went through. I'm praying everybody's okay, and they're all safe. This weather's been just crazy lately. We had 2 tornadoes touch down right north of us. Nobody got hurt, but still, it's scary. I know there's a lot going on. Andy Vickers, he had to actually shut down his stuff. He said there's just tornado, boom, 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 boom. They didn't happen. Well, I don't know if they happened, but they were predicted to with all the, I don't know how, I'm not a weather person, but I mean, I can make my own rain with my wand, but that's about it. But anyway, so I hope everybody's safe up there. I know there's been some bad storms across the country, but anyway, welcome, Pete. Welcome back. I know you were on here before and you answered so many questions.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. I had a lot of fun. I actually didn't realize that it was called Clean Humor Podcast. So now I have to think of something funny real quick, and I didn't have anything up my sleeve. So.
You're good. Sometimes it gets kind of wild, but
so the humor just pops out of nowhere. We'll just say
I'll leave that part up to you guys.
So we're going to be talking about this VI powered pump, and it's hooked up to actually it's a Comet pump. It's hooked up to a battery powered unit, so you ain't got to buy gas for it. If you're in certain subdivisions, and I don't have them up here, but I'm sure there's places that has noise reduction, noise laws that you can't get so loud and everything, would be probably the perfect fit to put on somebody's truck or trailer.
Yeah, and
okay,
sorry,
how much does it weigh? Is it heavy or is it light? Because we just built a golf cart with 2 12 volts for this exact reason. This guy had to be quiet. He's got small places he had to go in and out of. He needed something lightweight that was quiet. So is it lightweight? It's not as heavy.
So the motor is about the exact same weight as let's say a GX200 without gas.
Okay.
It's right in there. The battery itself weighs 60 pounds though.
Okay. Gotcha.
So if you figure if you're carrying a 5-gallon gas tank, you know, it's just slightly heavier than that, and you won't have that gas tank anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, for what gas prices is right now, I mean, you know, it'd be worth looking into.
That's why I'm glad you squeezed me in here this week. That was that worked out nicely. But you know, probably one of the best, most important features. Of course, we like to talk about gas maintenance, oil, all that, but the on-demand control and not having a bypass is really, you know, that solving that problem and still giving you the flow and pressure of a gas engine was the initial thought behind VI Power, really. And it just, my engineers were smart enough to turn it into something much bigger that could be used in all kinds of applications. But that was the original plan, was to solve the bypass issue.
Now, can you put solar panels on there and charge this baby?
It can be charged with solar, yes.
Good. And California's going to love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Shuttle said he was messing with that VIP were.
Up in Chicago.
It's Joe.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I got my marketing guys working on fixing the logo so that I don't have to hear people call it VIP Power or VIP Power or anything like that. So,
Or VIP were.
yeah, exactly.
That's our comedian. That is our in-house comedian right there, Joe Shuttle.
All right.
He'll pop up with something.
We've had that unit at the expo last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Brought it outside, got it going, hooked everything up, and it sprayed just as far as a regular P40.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we didn't have one sitting right beside of it, but just because I have a P40, I know about how far it's going to spray.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we were spraying over on top of this building where we were sitting at, and we were probably 20 foot from the building. It was going up over in that building. It's not a small building neither. So, I mean, it was going on up on top of it. So, I mean, you're looking 40 foot.
Oh, yeah. And way beyond that even. And the thing is that it actually would outperform a gas engine because there's no bypass. So every drop of liquid that's being pumped has to go out of the nozzle. The problem is it exposes the true limitation, which is the size of your hose reel swivel, hose and nozzle. Because theoretically, we could get 11 gallons a minute out of your nozzle. But most people's systems, because of the size of the swivel and everything, it won't allow that. So we actually have to turn the motor down to 2,800 RPMs to match what a gas engine is doing at 3,600. And that kind of leads us into what I prepared for you today. Usually I kind of I do a PowerPoint, but because of our technological limitations, we turned it into a video. But this video kind of explains, you know, how the bypass is affecting your system and the difference between gas and electric.
So I don't run anything through my hose reels. I pull out my pressure hoses. We need 100 foot. We just pull 100 foot off, connect it into the Flow Pro, and go on. So somebody, even on my P40, I pull my hose all the way out, 200, 250 feet, how long it is. And but I do run through that. But I'm building a trailer, so when I get my trailer built and whatever I put on there, I'm not going to run it through the hose reel. It's going to have a separate hookup, but we just roll it off and hook it in there. Bypassing the hose wheel, will you get that?
What size hose?
Probably 5/8.
Then you can get close. But the thing is, as long as that bypass is open, some liquid, as soon as there's resistance at the nozzle, some liquid's going to go through that bypass. And so again, when you completely eliminate it, you're going to get a boost at your nozzle.
Cool.
Now you provided us with a video.
I have, yes.
Are you ready for this, or you want to talk about it?
Well, I believe the audio is going to go with the video, so I'll sit
Okay.
back and watch with you.
Okay, perfect. Let her go.
Welcome to our discussion today on soft washing with semi-hydraulic diaphragm pumps. We'll be talking specifically about internal bypass, spray distance, gas versus electric, runtime, and how they are all related. Now let's start out with our typical gas engine setup. Usually we're starting with 11 gallons a minute and 300 PSI, a hose reel, a hose, and a nozzle and gun. Now assuming that we're starting with a 1/2-inch hose reel, a 1/2-inch hose, and the typical gun setups, the most we're getting out of the nozzle is about 8 gallons a minute. The rest, as we all know, is going into our bypass. And what happens is every time we put on a smaller nozzle or adjust our nozzle, the flow out of the nozzle goes down and our bypass goes up. Meanwhile, your gas engine that has no idea what's going on and just keeps pumping away. And this is burning money in both fuel and maintenance. Now let's take this exact same scenario with a drone. In this case, we're replacing our gun and nozzle with a drone and nozzle. We're starting with the same gas engine, a hose reel, a hose, and let's assume that the swivel, the hose size, and the nozzle are all similar in size. In this case, what happens is as the drone goes up, the flow out of the nozzle goes down due to the back pressure. And again, the flow into the bypass increases. Once again, your gas engine keeps pumping, increasing the flow through your bypass and wasting energy on both fuel and maintenance. Now let's take a look at the same scenario, but using a VI Power electric motor with the same P40 pump. Again, we start with 11 gallons a minute at 300 PSI, hose reel, hose, and gun and nozzle, and let's assume that they're all the same size. Again, the most we're getting out of the nozzle is about 8 gallons a minute. The difference is there is no longer a bypass. So to begin with, we cannot start at 3,600 RPMs because we would be tripping the pressure switch or transducer. So to get at 8 gallons a minute, we're starting with 2,800 RPMs. What that does is it immediately extends our runtime to over 2 hours just to match what we were doing with a gas engine. From there, every time the flow out of the nozzle goes down, the motor will automatically adjust its speed, extending our runtime to well over 4 hours if we're doing 4 to 5 gallons a minute at 300 PSI. The end result is that we save on fuel and maintenance and put money in your pocket. We hope this information was helpful. If you have more questions, please visit our website at www.valleyInd.com or check out our YouTube channel where we have lots of instructional videos.
I learned something.
Well, when you're off the nozzle, it goes down to 4 gallons. The machine thinks it's pumping 4 gallons a minute. Is that what I understand?
No, when you close the trigger, it shuts down. But if so let's say we have two kinds of guns, right? You got your J-Rod or you have the adjustable RB65. So if you're doing detail work with the RB65 and you don't have the trigger depressed all the way,
Right.
you're getting a little bit less flow out of the nozzle, so the motor will automatically slow down. On the J-Rod, if you go ahead and you put your whatever 3 gallon a minute nozzle on there, the motor's going to run at about 1,000 or 1,200 RPMs, whatever that comes out to. And your runtime is just going through the roof at that point. But every time you let go of the trigger, it just stops. So when we talk about runtime, when we say 2 hours or 4 hours, we're talking about being on the trigger.
So actually, you're going to adjust your time and your flow with your nozzles.
That's correct. Absolutely.
Just like the soft washing with a pressure washer.
Right.
Cool.
Right. And in the case of a drone, the whole purpose of it is to reach heights.
Right.
So
Yeah.
usually you're starting at the third story, because you can do the first 2 stories from the ground.
Yeah.
So you're starting at the third story. The most you're going to get out of a nozzle at the third story is probably 6 gallons a minute. I know it's 5 when you're at the 4th story, and I know that because the motor will drop to 1,800 RPMs.
Yeah.
So drone guys are going to get
They're going
a lot of runtime.
to get probably all day.
Yeah, and it's going to do exactly what the gas engine is doing. The difference is they're not pressurizing their bypass. So that gas engine is just pumping and pumping, pressurizing the bypass. And in this case, it's doing the exact same thing, except it's slowing down accordingly, and there is no bypass.
And you ain't got to pay $6 to fill that little tank up.
That's right.
$6 to fill it up?
The little tank on top of the.
That's going to be more than $6 today, honey. Anyway, so the battery's going to last all day. You have any issues with that?
Well, I'm telling you exactly what happens. The fact is that right from the get-go, at max flow and pressure, so 11 gallons a minute, 3,600 RPMs, that's the only number I can give you, and that is 90 minutes.
Okay.
But when you apply these real world conditions, like I said, you unless you have a really big hose and nozzle, you're not getting 11 gallons a minute. So if you start at 2,800 RPMs with 8 gallons a minute, which is what most people are getting out of their nozzle. And then again, it's up and down. What I will tell you is that I do not recommend selling 2 batteries to anybody until they try it out, because everybody is convinced that, they're on the trigger for 8 hours
No,
and that it's going to be running for 3,600 RPMs at all times. And that is absolutely not the case. So start with that 1 battery and, have it, even before you buy a second battery, if you have a little 2,000 watt Honda generator, which is very quiet, then for sure you'll get all day. That's your backup plan. It's quiet and it's less expensive than a second battery. So just use it at the end of the day if you need to.
So you're saying we can hook a generator up to it and run off there if the battery goes dead?
What I'm saying is if you started getting towards the end of the day and you were worried, you can run the generator, plug it in, and you can run and charge at the same time. Every time you let go of the trigger, it's charging.
Right.
And nobody's going to use a tank of gas on a generator and a battery in one day. Nobody.
So Joe Shettle asked, how long does it take to charge the battery? You forgot
It
to
takes
ask.
2.5 hours. I mean, when we do them in house, we've been getting closer to 2 hours, but technically speaking, it's 2.5 hours.
Okay. And so, with our boat or a car or a pressure washer, the batteries only last so long. You know, I mean, the longevity, the life of the battery.
Yes.
What do you use? A marine battery? Is there a special battery you use? For
We
this?
use lithium iron phosphate, which is the best combination of longevity, safety, and price.
Okay.
Okay. And we use Class A cells, which is the very top. So you're getting 4,000 recharge cycles.
Okay.
So, do the math, 200 days a year, that's like way over 10 years.
That's good.
It's 20 actually.
Yeah.
And there's a 3-year warranty on the whole system.
Nice. That's good. So 3-year on the battery.
Battery, motor,
Everything.
charger.
Man, that's good. I like it. I like it. So when we talk about, I talked to the guy that had the electric pressure washer. He came by the warehouse. I talked to him, and what people say is like, oh, I know, I want the power. I need the power. It's like riding an electric golf cart as opposed to a gas golf cart. Hey, Raj. So, people are like,
Hey!
but I got my hands on it. Like Anthony said, and you pull the trigger. The only thing I was upset about at the Panhandle Expo was I needed some bleach in there. I wanted to clean that condo building because it was nasty. I'm like, does nobody have chemicals here? While we're spraying this, let's clean it. But no, the power's there. I mean, the misconception.
I encourage anybody to get their hands on one. Yeah. Go to shows like yours, and listen to it, touch it, and feel it, because usually, like, people's reaction is it's pretty remarkable. I mean, this is not a toy. This thing is surprised.
I was shocked.
Yeah, no, it's built for 100% duty cycle, and the motor will last 3,000 hours. So it is no toy.
Nice. Welcome, Raj. Joe had a question. So technically, you can charge between jobs off the inverter, is what he's asking.
So we do just now, we're introducing a truck charger. So 12 to 56 volt truck charger. And so obviously you have to have the alternator for it. It'll only charge as fast as your alternator. But we just put some samples out in the field of that truck charger. But if he's asking about charging with the inverter generator, yes, in between jobs you can charge with the inverter generator.
How are you, Raj?
I'm good. Sorry I'm late. Had a couple things, so I was just fortunate I could make it.
Good.
But no, I'm doing good. How's everybody today?
We're learning stuff. We had a little video. It was amazing. Like I was sitting there going, I didn't know that.
That's why I was like, you know what? You're in good hands. I mean, Pete, from P40s to VI Power to BPX. I mean, he's the man. He's the one who's done it all. And quite honestly, I don't think he gets enough credit. So it's important. Like I said, on diaphragm pumps, P40s, I go to Pete. A lot of people don't know, and I just say, hey, can you help me out? And he saves me. So he's probably going to be doing most of this anyway. So I was like, okay, I can be a little late. So, but what else is new? Pete do his slideshow and everything. Did you do that?
Yeah, he did his video very well. I mean, I need to use him to do my stuff. Anthony don't I? I need help.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
So we kept comparing it to the gas powered roof pump.
Like the
11 gallons
power.
Yep.
300 psi.
Mm-hmm.
Who runs their machine at 300 psi?
There's that too.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're on the trigger and it's 300 psi, when you let off of that trigger, where's the psi going?
Yeah.
600.
Yeah.
And so, how long is that going to last your pump?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and like I've learned, and Pete can correct me, of course, if I'm wrong, but when we were doing the demo at your facility, you guys actually got to see how far that shot with that water boss gun.
Yeah, that was
Trudy gave me when I was running around. I'm like, I got to get this, and we did the demo. But a lot of things I learned in between that time frame is, when you're in bypass, the amount of pressure and amount of things, the wear that continually happens, where VI power literally it shuts off. It's just on off, and it's nice, ramps up. Um, as I said, I'm looking forward to, like I said, at your show, Trudy, to possibly do another demo
Yeah.
with VI power outside, and do some side by side stuff too as well.
Yeah, I'd love to have the soft wash shootout. Just boom, boom, boom. Just get them all there. 24 volt. Let's do the VI power. Let's do the P4. Let's do the AR. Let's do whatever. Let's get them out there. Let's see what they can do, because that's what everybody wants to know. And,
Exactly.
and if
You
you
got people running there and said, mine's the best. Mine shoots further than anybody else. And you put somebody else up there, and then they're like, uh-oh.
it's literally a peeing competition. Like literally, we're spraying water out of a hose. Here's the comedy. Here's the humor. So
Clean humor now. Clean humor.
it is literally.
You named the show.
It was clean. I could have said dirty words.
No, we know.
The funny thing,
awesome.
the funny thing about that is that it's usually not the pump that's limiting the performance. I mean, the pumps, they do what they do. It's math, they pump out a certain amount of liquid, but usually it's downstream that is affecting the final result. And on that note, just remember, we're talking about PSI and speed control and everything. We do also have the M55. So Anthony, in your case, when you're using that 5/8 inch hose, you're not worried about the swivel. You might want to try an M55 because that's putting out 15 gallons a minute. So either running the P40 at 3600. If you run the P40 at 3,600 RPMs through your setup, I can guarantee you're going to shoot farther. But now you even have the opportunity with the M55. Remember, if it's too much, you just turn the speed down. It's going to adjust itself anyway.
Right.
So the M55 is an identical pump with the different stroke. And then there's also the BPX25, who, for guys that want to use 6-7 gallons a minute, save a little bit of money. That's a perfectly good setup. In fact, the BPX25 at full speed will perform exactly like a gas engine with a P40.
Again, because there's no bypass. So again, you're getting the full force on through that pump, which is why even that BPX pump does what it does on the VI power, which a lot of folks don't know. So that's one of those things that I may even look at, maybe Trudy, for your show, just for what we're talking about, maybe look at bringing one of those BPX pumps with the VI power as well, to show the different options as far as it goes and the capabilities.
Be awesome. So Levi said he's seen this setup in person. It's pretty cool. The only off thing, it was a super high pitched noise while it was running.
Yep. So that's a great point. So if you turn the motor on, like we do at shows that don't involve pumps, it sounds like a Tesla. So what you're hearing is actually the gearbox of the pump. And there's a sweet spot, depending on which pump you have on there, either 2,400 or 2,800 RPMs, that high pitch really disappears. So I do agree with him. It is louder than I would like it to be, but I would also like to add that because there's no exhaust and no heat, you can cover the whole thing.
I would like it with a high pitched noise, because hopefully all the neighborhood puppies would come running to me.
Yeah. It's not that loud.
Oh,
I
okay.
was gonna say it's not that loud.
You can have a conversation right next to it.
Okay.
But I agree with his point. But again, put it in a box, put it in a soundproof box, and put the controller on the outside of the box with a remote mount. That way you have all the controls, you could have your valves and everything, and you got the pump in a soundproof box.
So every year we watch this subdivision. This is in a golf course subdivision. And this was probably 8 years ago. And this is when the GX690s had the governor issue. and I was doing the sidewalks. My guy was coming behind me with a trailer doing the street ribbons. My machine sounded like a machine gun going off. And I was there by the putting course, and I was just people. I mean, I was surprised I did not get the golf balls like aimed at me. They were mad. They were putting green, and all of a sudden I'd hit my guy. I'm like, everybody's ducking. Like,
Oh, geez.
like, oh my gosh. So even if it's a little whistle, that's way better than that when you're in certain areas. And, we're at the beach here. We have all these rich, beach subdivisions that have, 5 foot between each house. And the road is a 1-car road and 2 cars are supposed to fit down there. So, and the noise echoes. It echoes. You got 10 feet between each road and 5 foot between each other, and that noise echoes. So this would be awesome, and that's why we built that golf cart, just because of the noise and the noise pollution. People don't like it. So hey, Shannon's here. Sherry said, "Hey, Raj, friend, Sherry Spangler."
Hey, Sherry.
So. Oh,
Is there a chance of this overheating?
Yes, that was the next one. I know I seen a question. I was trying to find it.
Great question. It's a totally enclosed fan-cooled motor. So we have tested up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit in the desert in Arizona with no problems.
Now, Arizona's dry. Yeah, Arizona's dry. What about the beautiful Florida heat and humidity?
So great question, Trudy. The motor and the charger are IP65 water and moisture protected, and the battery's IP67, which is even more tight.
Okay. All these numbers and letters, I'm back in algebra or something.
So if it's on a trailer and you leave it outside, it ain't gonna hurt. Get rained on.
No,
that stuff.
I mean, we don't want you to do that, but it's totally protected. I mean, keep in mind it's being used in a sodium hypochlorite environment, so that's not just liquid, but the gas as well.
Yep.
So we do have some protocols that should be followed when you set it up on a soft wash system. With the plugs for charging and everything like that, and where you mount it in relation to the venting of where your vent is coming out.
Gotcha.
To protect it from the gases.
So Levi said, "It's good. I do like the electric for upstreaming. Running off a pressure switch with no bypass is the way to go, because it solves the biggest issue, which is heat that kills the pump structure and also affects degassing of liquids."
That's a very good point.
Yep. It's a very good point.
Very good point. And one other thing we haven't even talked about is the fact that, with financing, you can end up spending less per month than you're paying for gas right now. And those payments end. And then that thing's good for another 8 years where you're not paying a dime. So when you do the math,
never end.
What's that?
The gas price never ends.
No. And you do the math, the ROI is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we know. It's nuts.
Mm.
It just, especially we have diesel trucks and diesel pressure washers, and that is killing us right now. It is killing us. It is horrible.
Yeah.
It's bad, because I think we're almost at $7 a gallon for diesel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. That is.
Glad I don't drive a diesel.
I was going to say, I don't have a diesel, but I put premium gas in mine. So it's still up there, but not as much as diesel.
Yeah.
$7. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like $6.60 something. I don't know. I just drove by. I'm just like, oh no. Thank goodness I work across the street from my home. My golf cart's gas, so I'm good.
I was gonna say, so your golf cart is there though, still, right?
I walk. The guy
drives it across the street.
She rides it across the street.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually do not. I walk. I like, that's my steps. I get in
60 feet. She drives a
50
golf.
steps. I get in 50 steps a day walking to work.
I think we should get a video of that one. You know?
I should do that. People got the little tracker on how far they walk. I should do it. It's like, here we go. I just got to work.
So Levi said something about
Yeah.
a pressure switch. Do you have to have a pressure switch on this unit?
First of all, let me just read through his questions. Pressure rating beyond
Did I not hear something say about a pressure switch?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, he's reading it on there.
So the transducer that adjusts the speed according to the nozzle size is also what shuts it down when you let go of the trigger.
Right.
So
that'd
it's all built in. It's designed to plug it in and go.
just plug and go.
Yeah.
Woo-woo.
Yeah, it's a great, like I said, I'm learning more and more about it because as Pete's been developing this, between, just a pressure switch to a transducer, then to truck chargers to, other different options. And as VI Power continues to grow and develop, not just for soft wash or that application, it's being reviewed in many other applications. And so it's amazing how this is growing, but also I can't say enough to have Pete here to talk about the P40 and the new development I saw. And I apologize, Trudy, yesterday I couldn't get to you when you put some stuff on Facebook, but I don't know if Pete went through some of that, but some of the changes and also the retro kit and some of those amazing things that have been put together on that side of it. So I don't, have you talked about that at all?
Well, I actually haven't done the product yet. I was just letting people know we had the parts. But no, I've been picking up product, either be a chemical or an attachment or, a gadget or a hose or a machine. I've been picking a product each day, not on the weekends. I'm trying to take the weekend off, but I never do. But I've been taking a product and, tagging the manufacturer in and saying, hey, can you tell us more about this? What's the application or the maintenance or whatever the product may be. How do you test it? And I haven't done that yet with Comet with the P40, but that was on my list. But we use it. We've got it on our rigs. We only sell stuff we put out in the field. So if it's in our warehouse, we've got it out in our trucks. We've been washing over 20 years, and I'm not going to put something in there that fails. And if I have a problem with one of my products, like it's good, and all of a sudden I notice this problem, I have no problem going to the manufacturer and telling them, hey, this is a problem. And I'm not talking about a problem from being a distributor. I'm talking about it's a problem for me being an end user. When I'm out in the field and this continues to happen, I can't finish my job. I can't make my money. I can't pay my bills. I can't feed my family because of this continuous issue. And thank goodness I have the platform where I'm in between. I mean, I still have a wash company, but I'm in a place that I can go to the manufacturer and say, hey, this is a problem for us washers, and this needs to be fixed, because if it doesn't get fixed, I'm not selling your stuff, because I'm not going to set my guys up to fail. And I've never had to pull anything off because they listen. So I'm like, hey, Raj, I got this problem. And I haven't had a problem with the new P40. Ours is great. We haven't had an issue with it. But to be able to do that is awesome, as a vendor and distributor. But so that's why I do these posts every day, Monday through Friday. I do a post and pick something. So I will tag you in when I do the P40. And
I saw it right before we got on today, so I will reply to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was just the parts, but I'm going to bring the P40 up and talk about it a little bit and post about it. But I do love the P40. It's great. Like, we've had no issues with it.
I'll be using mine all day tomorrow. Well, when I get to the job, probably about 4 hours.
Yeah.
I got, I think, 6 or 8 big propane tanks to wash, so we'll be running it pretty much for
How long have you had the the P40, the new one running that you got?
Me
The
or
new
him?
stuff. Anthony.
Oh,
Trudy, I'll ask you too, but I'm just curious as to
right
timeline.
after it come
What
out,
you
I come down and got it. I think, didn't I, Trudy? What
Yeah.
long after it come out?
So the downfall of being a distributor and having a wash company is when we get anything new in, my wonderful husband decides that it has to go on his truck. So,
Attaboy,
And her
Shane.
best friend.
Attaboy, Shane.
Buy two next time.
yeah, I'm like, okay, let's order 10 and oh wait, one for Shane. But I don't mind. I want it on our equipment. I want it because when people come and ask me, hey, how's it running? I'm just saying, okay, it's doing this. It's hitting 4 stories. It's, it can do this, wind 3, and I have the answers.
Yeah.
I'm not just BSing anybody. I have the answers, and I don't mind. We joke about him. We call him Five Finger Freddy because he just walks in. You're like, oh, this is new. Out the door. And my service guys get pulled off. It's like, oh, you need to put this on right now. I'm like, we're busy. We got maintenance to do up here. But I want him to have it on his truck. I want it out in the field because that way, if somebody's like, oh, well, I had it for 2 months and it blew up. I'm like, what did you do wrong? Because it's been running a month.
I know, right?
It's like, I don't know what's going
Years
on.
now.
Have you done maintenance? I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but let's just talk about it. Send me a video. Let's do this and let's talk about it. And then we'll get it to Pete. We'll let Pete watch the video and give Pete your phone number so he can talk to you and say, hey, what's going on with this? And find the issue. But without running it and knowing the product, for me personally, I don't think you can sell it. You can't sell it unless you know about it and have used it and ran it. So
Yeah, and
You
that's what I
gonna
do.
need a bigger truck.
Yeah.
it's on the way.
I was gonna say no, but I mean,
I don't even go there right now. We're not about it.
no, but that's what it is. There's applications that I can look at and I can say, okay, I've got it. I know, but when it gets to a point, I'm like, send me pictures. I send it to Pete.
Mhm.
And I say, Pete, help me out here. And the poor guy is typing everything out. And I could have just said, hey, can you call the guy? And I keep asking questions.
Yes.
And he's like, Roger, just give me the phone number so I can,
Way easier.
and he's patient. So, again, that's important. The application and how it is and how it's set up sometimes can be an important thing to do that. So sending those pictures are good and it helps out. So
Yeah,
And
honestly, if my job was just sitting on the phone and helping guys out, that's what I would prefer to do, honestly. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
And that's what I was going to say. The support that we have gotten from you guys has been bar none. If I call Raj, like we had a shipment that come in that was just beat to hell. I took one picture and he called me right away. It's like, I told him to get you new ones out. I don't care when we get those back. You ordered that, you need it now. And I'm like, okay, I'll send it back. I'm not keeping it. I'm not going to do it. But the support from Comet and Valley Industries has been top notch from day one. And, my guys can answer a lot, but there's always that unique, rare thing that pops up that's like a one of a kind. It's like, it usually happens to Shane, but it comes up and then I'm like, I've never came across this. Let me call people. I'll call people and call you back. Because, there's that one-off thing that just never happens,
Never stops. Fluid dynamics is, I always think I've seen everything, but I mean, weekly I see something new.
Yeah. And I see it on the high pressure side of things all the time as well. And I think you guys do as well. Different setups and how things are, plumbing, or for that matter, and running into, how did that happen or what's going on. So both sides of the applications, whether it's diaphragm or high plunger side of things, we run into it all the time. But it's an opportunity to learn, more and more. So
exactly.
that's the best part.
Bleach Spray has a question. He said, what about cold weather storage over Michigan winters, including the battery?
That was a very good question. So no issues with the motor. I mean, you know that you want to put antifreeze through your plumbing and everything. The battery will protect itself. And I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but it's, you know, it's something like if you had 100% charge, it'll drop to 60% over 2 months at freezing temperature, let's say. And please don't quote me on these numbers, but I'm just giving you an example of,
You got
and then it'll take longer to get down to 20%. And then before it hits 10%, the motor will shut itself down and go into sleep mode. So it's, and then that's just a simple reset. It's not going to ruin your battery. And you could probably, you know, just research lithium iron phosphate, cold temperatures, and get more. But our battery has 3 levels of overcharge protection, 3 levels of fire protection, and I believe 3 levels of freeze protection. So it's a UL listed battery. That's very important. You got to go through a lot to get a UL listing. So that's where the 3-year warranty comes in, and I think that's about it. That's about as accurate as I can answer that
Well,
question.
this battery, it's going to kind of sit like off to the side, like a car battery.
Yeah,
And
it's
then you just run it up the same way as you just hook your other motor up.
I guess it's probably more of how far your distance is and where you want to mount it, depending upon the cable size you're going to end up using. For the most part, would you say, Pete?
Yeah, we have a proprietary cable. That's another, you know, there's so many things, but it's a proprietary cable that you cannot reverse the polarity. There's a quarter turn wing nut to lock it tight so you will not get loose connections. And the BMS communication, so the communication between the battery management system and the motor, is all in that one cable. Very important part of that system for us. The whole system was designed with safety as the top priority. And so we have that cable in 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15 foot lengths. So you can have your batteries up to 15 feet away. The first battery. Then you can we can link up to 16 batteries in series. So we're powering whole trailers for like spray foam and stuff like that with our batteries, because we can put out AC power and run anything. So yeah, these are great questions.
So you brought up, I know we're out of winter right now, but you mentioned antifreeze going through your pipes. Is there, I heard RV antifreeze, I've heard just regular antifreeze, I've heard other people say different, you know, what would be the best one for next winter? Not right now. Hopefully we don't have a snowstorm. But
So this is by no means my strong suit. The only thing the only way I can answer this question is the same way I answer questions about chemicals.
Mm.
The materials are polypropylene, stainless steel.
Yeah.
And you have to find products that are compatible with that.
Okay.
And if it was an aluminum pump, I'd say the same thing. And you're probably going to end up with, you know, a standard RV or, you know, automobile antifreeze.
It's probably more of an RV style, you know, that style antifreeze for what you can use for. I mean, all the pumps is from what I believe I was told. So I know Valley Industries has you know, just the one that you can kind of put into the pumps, and those are RV antifreeze, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So
That's what I did mine with.
Yep.
Last winter was RV. I just hooked it up, put it down in the bucket, sprayed it up through there till it got good in the pump.
Yep.
And cut the water valve off and all that stuff, or get back in the tank.
Hey, you guys were, I forget what you were talking about just a little bit ago, but it made me think of something. It's been great that the audience has been able to ask us questions, and I'm hoping to lean on the audience actually to answer a question for me. And that is, we have a design and we're very close, and we're kind of trying to make the decision of should we make a 56 to 12 volt module so that they can run all of their hose reels and 12 volt pumps off of our battery and stay off the truck battery.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, I would do it.
I'll answer it for you.
Okay, well,
That's two. So
yeah, that's two.
we're done.
That's
Okay,
two.
we're good.
So I need
Two main
more.
ones, only one that counts, right?
That's it. We're done.
I need two more to cover the cost of UL listing.
All right, come
We
on,
can get
guys.
I'll say yes. Okay, there. Now you only
Okay,
need
one
one.
more. Where's our Lana bottle? We can have her pop. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so no, our truck, I don't know, it had like an ignition issue, and we were running everything off the truck, and we'd wash and wash, and all of a sudden, great. We need another truck to come jump us off. So, just something like the ignition switch being a little bit off on that truck, which the truck was shut off, so we wasn't using anything. If we didn't have the equipment and everything running on that battery, we could have started it right up.
Yeah.
But because of that, we were like, extra, okay, make sure it's off, take the key out. But we could take the key out with it being stuck there and still have a dead battery. So, no, to have everything separate would be awesome because, truck skids, if you have truck skids and they're running off your car, when you pull them out, you're going to hook whatever, I don't build this stuff. I'm not mechanically inclined. I'm a washer. I know how to clean stuff. I know chemicals. That's what I do. But I'm quite sure if it's hooked up to your car battery, you'd have to unhook something when you take the skid out of your truck. So with it all being on the skid itself, that would be, I think it'd be way beneficial. And Joe Shuttle, here's our new humor guy again. He wants to know if he can jump a Tesla off with that thing you're talking about, and then he's going to say yes.
Don't say yes, Pete. He's gonna go and do it. It
Joe
did
will
work.
do it.
There's
That's gonna
gonna
be
be
your
a
fourth.
video.
That's gonna be your
Pete.
fourth one right there.
Can you see Pete out there with the video with the Tesla and the sun?
No, Joe would be out there.
Somebody
Joe-
somewhere is recording this, so I'm not going to stay away from that one.
So Joe would be out there, and poor Jared's Tesla would be the guinea pig, is what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah, I mean that would probably happen. I could see that.
Joe would be out there in his wizard hat, like trying to jump off Jared's Tesla, and Anthony and I will be getting. Alana said, "Sign us up." They got two more. They got four. So Alana be there sending us videos of the wizard out there trying to jump a Tesla. So, that would happen. I'm 100% that would happen. Pete
Yeah, that'd
doesn't
be a
know-
good
doesn't
thing
know
because
Joe, right?
we have to
You
plug
know.
our batteries up for our hose reels, and I got a transfer
He
pump
said, "Yeah."
that I transfer my bleach from the barrel to the truck. I have to charge it about once a week,
Okay.
if not twice. So it would be phenomenal to have something you could put on your truck or your trailer or your skid, whatever you're running off of, and really not have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, with 16 batteries, I mean, theoretically, we can carry 40 kilowatts of power. So, and then off of that, if we can drop down to 12 volts to power everything that's 12 volt, and then also we're working on an inverter to do 110 or 230. So now you can start talking about
Your hot box.
Say that again.
Your hot box.
Yeah, the hot box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's my point, is that at some point, we're going to be needing to talk about the complete redesign of what a trailer looks like.
Nice.
It wind up looking like Leon Musk's truck.
I know. I would say we're going to have
I'm a cyber trailer.
it's going to be a Jetsons pressure washing rig is what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. But it'd be really cool to see,
Yeah.
you know, just something new like that and
Yeah.
just testing and having something like that at a show, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah, that would
but
be great for
yeah.
a shoot off everything. Just, I mean, back when I started, you know, when South Wash was a pump up and a garden hose to now, it blows my mind. Just like I haven't touched the pump up in so long. Wow. This is crazy. But to see how more efficient and advanced that we are in this industry just blows my mind. And the fact that we're still not an industry that's recognized just blows my mind too. But maybe that's a good thing, you know. But no, I think it should be. But it's crazy to see that a battery powered has just as much power as a gas powered. Because that wasn't the case for the longest time.
Yeah, no, not at all. And, you know, we designed each motor to outpower a gas engine. So our VX200 will outperform a GX200 and our 120 the same way. But, you know, going back to what you said about the evolution of the market, I remember I've been doing this a long time. And I remember a guy that used to buy a plastic coated aluminum diaphragm pump every 3-4 weeks. And he begged me not to sell it to anybody else in North Carolina because he was making that much money because he figured out that with these Italian diaphragm pumps, he could get that much work done. And it was no problem for him to buy a new pump every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Pete. We got a soft wash system that's battery powered.
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to try to put a pressure washer, an 8 gallon a minute pressure washer, or a 5.5? Is it? Roger's over there about to just laugh out of his seat, so it must be in the works. It must be.
No,
Pete, just stay with the diaphragm pumps. That's
the reason he's laughing is because I have to stay a mile away from that answering that question.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. There's always things developing. I can just say this: exciting things, Comet, and what we try to do.
2 years.
What's that?
2 to 3 years.
They can't answer. Don't put them on.
I don't. I lost.
No,
there
hey.
was a.
Yeah,
Listen.
no, they can't hear nothing, Anthony.
No, listen, it's all math. It's all math. All the answers you need are out there. You know, it's math. How much power it takes to power a 4x4, you already know that. How many batteries that's going to take, you know that. What the cost is going to be, you know that as well. I just can't go through it with you right now.
Yeah, no.
But we're not a pressure washer manufacturer.
Exactly. Well, and we're not. I mean, we have a lot of manufacturers and OEMs out there that support Comet, and so obviously, you know, working through them and creating something and creating a vision is important for us and for them. So, you know, we'll see what that future holds. But for diaphragm pumps and what's happening out there currently in the market for battery operated, it's not only opened the door, but given us an opportunity to grow in every aspect and learn different ways and operations and charging and capabilities while we continue to keep moving. So, you know, I think it's been a great starting point for us. VI Power is something that we need to get out more and get out in front of our customers and our distributors and folks like you guys and demos. Pete has done an amazing job with that and diaphragm pumps. And honestly, I just hope that we can continue to grow that side of that and get more out there, you know.
I hope it's the way of the world. It's the way we're evolving is to clean energy and to move forward. So it's nice to see this. It's nice to see that it's comparable. I mean, I keep going back to that because it keeps blowing my mind because I've had my hands on a battery operated thing, you know, like I say, golf carts. We've had an electric and we've got gas, and it's just like, a horse breaking its leg at the start of the race and the other one's just gone. It's day and night different. So for you guys to be able to bring that and make it equal is just, or dare I say better, it just blows my mind. It just,
Yeah,
Nobody goes back to gas. I mean,
yeah.
Nobody's filling little blowers with gas and oil anymore after they tried the battery powered ones. You got one hurdle, and that is the upfront cost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And with financing, it's just ridiculous because your payments are less than you're paying for gas. And those payments are going to disappear, and you are going to have that thing for a really long time. So it's really just overcoming that hurdle, and like I said, the clean energy is one thing. There's nobody that argues that we want a cleaner planet. Right. There are arguments whether this is, making the planet cleaner. But the more important thing is that it's just more fun and less problematic to use battery technology.
And more efficient.
It's a better experience overall.
So,
Trudy, here's your question.
What kind of
financing do you offer?
So I guess that would be per distributor, correct?
Yes.
So we're a Panhandle. We have Synchrony, which they have 6 to 12 months, 0% interest with any outdoor equipment purchase. So we have that. We have Synchrony, and we also have ClickLease to offer. So it depends on which manufacturer you go through to see what financing they offer.
Correct.
And it's right on your website, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know about, is their interest rate, is it high or is it low?
It'd be based on their credit. I know Synchrony, they want a 7 at least, and I think ClickLease is a 6.5% credit score, or 600 credits, no, 6.5%. Good Lord, a 700 credit score, 6.5.
You talk about bleach too much, I think.
I know I inhale bleach too much.
No, sir, Joe. They're not offering direct financing.
No.
No.
We had too many repo mans to be running around then.
Mm-hmm.
Go to sleep and your trailer be gone.
Well, I wish I could find somebody to do that. Never mind. Just let that go. Anyway, so that ship sailed. But no, that is interesting. I love when you come on and the information. Like I said, you're spitting out these numbers on letters. I'm sitting here and back in high school with algebra going, why are there letters in this thing? It's math. And you're just spewing it out like you're reading a bedtime story. It's amazing. And thank you. And I know Joe said he can be your repo man if you want to do that. But no, thank you for all your knowledge, your expertise, and every time you come here, you just enlighten us and make us feel dumber. I mean, you educate us.
Make it feel a whole lot smarter.
Hold on, I thought I was drooling. No, but no, to educate is great because it's things we don't know. And I mean, if you know me, I love putting the information, education out there for people to know. And so if anybody here has more questions, what do they need to do?
You
want to give them your cell number? No, I'm kidding.
Hold on, let me get it for you guys. Hold on.
Eventually they'll get it, but
Don't rub that computer and say, Alana, put that number in.
I'll post it on my Facebook, so everyone can see it.
No, but listen, I can't thank you enough. This is a really good opportunity for us to be able to say all this stuff in one place. So
yeah,
we appreciate you very much. So
Raj, will Pete be coming to the Panhandle Expo?
We're working on putting something together.
Okay.
Time frame wise, just seeing if he may come in and do some of the demos, and then I know he may run, kind of do some visits and stuff. But Him and I have talked about it a little bit about have him come out. Yep.
I was going to make a little education booth, not a kissing booth. I mean, whatever you want to do, but it'd be an education booth. But these contractors, a lot of them their wives are hot, but the guys, they've been out in the sun a lot, so look at Anthony, and he's got a beautiful wife, and it's him.
She
But
went down there a while ago.
I know. Yeah.
We'll put Raj in the kissing booth.
Oh,
Yeah, he's single. He needs to find.
I don't know if I'll be able to see over the
Right.
booth top.
it's an education booth, but if you want to kiss somebody, it's up to you. But no, that'd be great because we've got hundreds of contractors that have questions and would love to get the answers. And I mean, we could just stick you just right there and have a line. Just
No, I definitely want to make it to your show at
that'd be
some point.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every other year you run up right against the show in Italy.
Oh no!
With all the pump guys.
Maybe I should just move my show to Italy.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I guarantee you I'll be there then. I guarantity it.
And I will definitely now start being there too. So,
I
so we just moved Trudy's show to Italy. There we go. I comment.
I literally went back home to England to my family, and I found out that there was a pressure washing show or
Okay.
event the week before, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And my husband's like, Shane's like, it's a vacation, honey. And I'm just stressed out. I'm like, can we change our tickets? He goes, no, everything's booked. You can't do it. And I'm like, why did I not know this? And he's just like,
Yeah.
oh God.
They're getting big in the soft wash over there too in the UK.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they need to get to work.
Yeah, it's dirty.
It's
a
dirty over there.
I was
Yeah.
going.
I
I
see
was
some of the
trying
pictures and I
not
thought,
to-
man, I bet Trudy's about to freak out.
I mean, I was like this going, I can't stand. I need
I know, we was a-
I need blinders. I need to just straight ahead. But
Oh, that's
When
funny.
we went over, I was like, man, I could be rich. But then I thought they probably wouldn't pay nothing.
well, you can't. I mean, England and Ireland, not Ireland, but Ireland's in there anyway. Both islands, and so you've got to be careful of the chemicals and all the rules and regulations. So, I mean, I was like, oh, I wish I could have brought my equipment. I was,
Green Ox,
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Well, guys, it's been fun. Raj,
has
I'm
been
glad you got to hop on here with us and
Yeah. Thank you guys again for
show you
everything and
Pete.
having
Been
us on. So really
been a
appreciate
real good educational moment for everybody, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
You made us do a lot of thinking, and really, really hope you get to come to the Panhandle. We see if we can't get some
will.
trailers and trucks lined up side by side and see if we can't.
Have a big old
outfit.
shootout. I was going to say peeing contest, but I'll behave. It's a shootout
That'd be great.
with
Yeah.
the equipment, not the other guys.
Guys, if you ain't done it, it's going across the bottom of the screen there. Get over to panhandleexpo.com. Get registered for the event. It's November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 3rd is paid classes. So get in there and get signed up for those. Get over the PPWS for all of your pressure washing needs. They'll be glad to hook you up down there at the Panhandle. They got good prices going on, and just support them, because without y'all supporting that, this would not be able to put on. I'll say that from now on till showtime. And then if you need some new swag, get over to Dab Marketing and hook up with Miss Alana, and she'll get you hooked up with shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shoes. I think she even said
Dresses
new
for the
underwear
ladies. Dresses for the ladies.
and dresses for the ladies.
I mean, it's your option if you whatever.
I said,
I mean,
we'll get Pete a dress. Get him one of them
We'll
things you wear.
I was gonna say you need to be careful these days who the dresses are for.
each his own. And if you need any more information on the VI Power pricing, just call us here at Panhandle. We'll get that information for you. If you want to get finances at the bottom of the Panhandle page, and we can work with you on that. So hope to see you guys. Thank you too so much for showing up. It's always educational, informational every time you come.
Thank you.
And you
Don't go nowhere when we go off.
dumber and dumber when you come on. I feel more educated every time you pop on here. Just like, God, how did I not know that? But that's good, because if we're not learning, we're not growing, right?
Yep.
Well,
Right.
when we have some, content or new ideas or something to put out there, we'll get in touch with you, and we can
Let's
do it
do
on
it.
your show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we can do anything you want to do. We're here every Thursday night.
We like to be the first of everything
Mhm.
when it comes to this industry.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. Stick
All right.
around. You guys
Thank
stay
you.
humble and hustle hard, and see you November 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
See y'all.